Hello there, Dr. Zakir with you. So, we shall discuss about a condition called chronic otitis media. You have two types in this. One is safe type, which is otherwise called as a tuberculous disease, and the unsafe type, which is termed as atrichoandral disease. The difference being, safe type you don't have much of complications, and the unsafe type, as the word goes, it is very unsafe in the sense they have so many complications related to the condition. So, in this video we shall discuss mainly about only about the safe type or the tuberculous disease, or the latest terminology is mucosal disease. And we shall discuss in two parts, part 1 and part 2, and this is part 1, where we shall discuss everything except for the management, that is the treatment, which shall be dealt with in part 2. Now, first let me tell you the structure of the year so that you understand better. This is the structure of the year. The year can be divided into three parts: external year, middle year and inner year. The infection of the middle year is called as otitis media. So, if the infection is more than 3 months, is there for a long time, it is called as chronic otitis media. So, let me tell you what happens stage by stage. See, there is a tube which connects the nose or part behind the nose to the ear. So, normally the middle ear, for its normal function, it needs air. So, air comes from the nose and the part behind the nose, from the nasopharynx. Through this tube called eustachian tube, it reaches the middle ear. So, this is a part where you have the eardrum. You will see that in the next picture, like this. So, what happens is, when there is a severe infection or upper respiratory tract infection which is severe, the bacteria or the virus, whatever so, it reaches the middle ear and it results in secondary infection of the middle ear cleft, the whole middle ear cleft, and there will be pus formation. Since the duration is less, it is termed as acute otitis media. Now, if it is not well treated at that stage, or the immunity is not good, or the virulence of the bacteria is more, what happens, the disease keeps on progressing and there will be a small perforation because of high pressure in the middle ear. Perforation in the eardrum, and all the pus pours out. Now, this small perforation, what happens is, if it is small and there is no subsequent infection, it may heal by itself. But in case the virulence is more and there is again repeated infection in the middle ear, this perforation doesn't close and it becomes bigger in size, and this is how it looks like. This is a real picture. So, the duration is more and now the patient is in a chronic state, so chronic otitis media, and he gets pus discharge again and again. So, the main problem because of this condition, that is chronic otitis media, are: 1, the patient complains that there is ear discharge, recurrent ear discharge, that is one, and there is progressive hearing loss also. So, these are the main two complaints from the patient side. So, on examination, if he is in the active stage, in the sense when there is infection, infective episode, infective stage, when we happen to see him at that stage, there will be a pus discharge. And when we clean up the ear and put in an endoscope and have a look inside, we can see there is a perforation in the eardrum. These are the two main ear findings. So, we would like to do a hearing test to know how bad is the hearing. And if the patient has come to us during the active stage, we will take a ear swab and we will send for culture sensitivity, so that we know which bacteria is involved and which specific antibiotic can be given against this. Now, since the patient says it gives an history of recurrent ear discharge, there is some infection reaching the middle ear, maybe the infection is coming from the sinus. To rule out, we will first take a plain X-ray. And suppose the history also, the patient says I have associated nasal block, headache, facial pain, altered sense of smell also, then, and the duration is more than 3 months, I would prefer to take a CT scan to rule out two things: 1, the source of infection; 2, if there are any structural changes which is not allowing the passage of air to the middle ear, that like deviated nasal septum. Now, the ear, we would like to have a better look with the help of an auto endoscopy or with a microscope, and at the same time we'll do a nasal endoscopy also to rule out rhinosinusitis. This I have already mentioned, the complication of chronic otitis media, that is the middle ear gets damaged more and more, resulting in more hearing loss. So, this is about the chronic otitis media safe type, everything except for the treatment part. For the treatment part, please do watch my part 2 video. Thank you so much.